Alright, you're welcome back to FRTN Worldwide News Entertainment. Okay, in the news briefly, a new Ohanaeze Ndigbo and the challenges are aired. Okay, at the same time, the man you are seeing on your screen, Obiozo, the new leadership of Ohanaeze Ndigbo should know by now that what liars are heard in the Igbo nation is not a tea party, especially with 2023 clocking on the door. This after the election of the Prophet George Obianozo leadership of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, thus yet to be settled on the matter what ordinarily should behind the people together in the instead of breeding, discording, and treating the unity as excited among the Ndigbo. Okay, a day before the emergency of Obianozo, a fashioner on Ndigbo had reportedly elected Chief Shidi Ibe, also from Imo State, as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. The faction, which is regarded by the suspended Secretary General, Chief Uche Oshukwuku, had declared any other election by the Ndigbo after their own as invalid. Okay, news and data. In the meantime, another faction of Ohanaeze Ndigbo General Assembly (ONGA), led by the Obasi Oyin Chiolama Onuora, had declared that there was no vacancy on the organization in the first place, declaring the election that produced the former diplomat as a kangaroo election. Okay, recall that the faction has registered with the Cooperative Affairs Commission (CAC) and the currently in a court challenging the legality of the main Ohanaeze Ndigbo, which according to it was not a registered organization. At Owerri, where Obianozo emerged last Sunday, it was clear how much the governors and the politicians from the zone, especially those who from the rank of all the Progressive Congress (APC) party, wanted in. Okay, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State and David Umahi of Ebonyi State, who stood to the end of the election, are lead delegates from their states and option A1 arrangement to the behind the eventual winners. Okay, at the same time, what we are saying, it was the first time that in the many years that governors were attending the election in Ohanaeze preview to the election, all the leading of the presidential aspirants who pushed the returning their nomination forms are withdrawn in protest. Okay, former Secretary General Joe Nwangu and the Chief Chris Azoluka, Professor Shidi Ozunku, to the Chief Godu Nwanruki, who had accompanied the vigorous announced that they would no longer contest, citing several regulating training to the process. They had alleged that the constitution of the group was not followed, and the outgone administration of Chief Nina Nwodu was bent on the handing to the group over to the hands of the governors. Okay, who wanted to anoint the late key into office. They had also alleged the necessary information that could accompany an election to such ordinary goods was not made available. Okay, which they stress the least ignorance to the belief in the some quarters that some external forces were out of hijack the organization and use it for the politician purpose. Okay, at the same time, the man you are seeing on your screen, Dave Umahi of Ebonyi, why the election that held Obiozo Poly 304 voters against Dr. Valentina Okorocha and the Chief Uju Okoro is 15 and 3 voters respectively. Okay, those to the election venue said that deal could have been last minute maneuver to satisfy the constitutional requirement that approved 3 candidates for the election to become valid. Prior to the election, some council members of Ime Obi Ohanaeze Ndigbo met follow contain strangle observation noted during the election process. The leadership draw from the 5 South-East states, Delta and Rivers states, had after a virtual meeting asked the Nwodo lead executive to call off the election and hand over the running of Ohanaeze to the South-East region of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) for 2 months. They had reasoned within the period every lingering issue would be resolved while the adequate preparation would be made on the conduct of an election that was all embarrassing. They had warned that conducting the election with the challenge armed software would breed more dishonest and the shoes and Ohanaeze. Okay, at the same time, the advice was not needed apparently because there was no constitutional backing to the proposal for interim administration in Ohanaeze constitution. Ominous sign, the outgoing leadership of Ohanaeze Ndigbo did not unveil the electoral committee member on time. It was at the junction that doubts arose over the intention of the leadership and their capacity of organize a credible Ohanaeze election. Okay, when it is eventually did in the first week in December 2020, discovered that voice of greeted the membership the composition. Most of the naysayers came from the politician at the meeting in the likes Dr. Chris Ngigi and the Senator Rochas Okorosha, who are the member of the APC. Ngigi was a particularly increased that Ben Obi was appointed to our head of the committee. Instead, that Obi was still playing active politician and in fact a recent campaign the coordinator of the presidential candidate. He ordered a review of the list. Such indicated that Ndigbo's position might have been included by the what happened during the preparation from the 2019 presidential election, where a meeting of Ohanaeze Ndigbo had appointed the Atiku Abubakar Peter Obi as a consequence candidate for Ndigbo. It was such a heat that while the APC leaders in the zone were away in Onitsha, Anambra State, with the President Muhammadu Buhari to commission Zik Mausoleum, and Ohanaeze Ndigbo meet adopted the consequence candidate before they could arrive the venue. Okay, the source of state that after the event, the leaders vote to ensure that 3 was import from the politician APC stock Ansford in the affair of zone. Stress the contributing to the electoral committee was one sure way of having a hand in the emergency of Ohanaeze leadership. Okay, at the same time, a few days later, exactly December 20, Nwodu scumbled the prayer. He convened another email Obi meeting where Governor Uzodinma elected to host the election. He had told a long story how several persons led by the Ngigi did not want Obi to share the election committee. Obi, who was at the meeting, had turned down the offer to add to the committee, saying it was done so to faster Igbo unit as well as allow a smooth transition of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Alright, we are still not the matter. The news is still going. So thank you to be with FRTN Worldwide News Entertainment. We'll be back.